Are we live? Perfect. Sound is synced. We are live. How we doing? Another week, another episode of the Everybody and Their Mom podcast. The podcast that everybody and their mom is fucking listening to. How we doing, everybody? Another week, episode 57. The playoffs are here. NFL playoffs. Let's start off weekly routine, episode 57. Let me see. Last week, was it our last Thursday game? I believe so. Or was there a Thursday game? I think it was mainly dominated by the CFB playoffs, which I'm gonna get to in a moment. I got fucking killed. The only team I got right was, I believe, Oregon in my predictions. Oof, not a good run. Well, I was rooting for Indiana. Excuse me. Just ate some Mickey D's. Um, but yeah, I pretty much spent. I think that was Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Because Saturday there was a couple NFL games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and those are pretty cool to watch. Sunday, just pure NFL. Had the buddies over. That was fun. Pizza, drinks. The whole 9 yards. That was fun. This whole week, um, just kind of been taking care of my dog, getting ready for the playoffs. You know what I mean? Getting ready for our last bit of fun for the NFL season, and then gonna go on that big hiatus where there's nothing, no well, there's UFC and basketball and baseball and other sports, but you know what I mean, no football to occupy our Sunday afternoons. But we have here our Wednesday afternoons. I think I'm gonna keep Wednesday uh pretty much our time slot for now. I like the Wednesday because Thursday, I don't know, people are kind of busy. Thursday's like a almost like an early Friday for people, so I like the Wednesday. It's the middle of the week, and it's in that right like because there's a bunch of news to go over. Um, on top of like just sports like I think Ronnie mentioned last time to go over Venezuela and like yeah like that's going on. Some shit's popping off all over the country too. But keeping it NFL this time. Like I said, or I think Seth had recommended last time, like fantasy, like the because we were going over like the kind of like our favorite best and worst of movies last time, so we're gonna go over like our best and worst in terms of fantasy, which is good because I'll probably save that one for next time when like the NFL season like pretty much dying down a little bit more. Because they're posting now like PPR, King, like most valuable players, etc. Like fantasy steal, like biggest like flop and shit like that. So I want to like have more time to go back into it, especially because the stats of like the main fantasy accounts are posting like PPR, and they're not entirely like what we were doing. Especially because when we did, oh my gosh, we did in our main league we did standard with return yards. But the thing is, we've been doing return yards for like years now. But what we didn't anticipate was the NFL changing the rules so much this season so that pretty much a returner was better than a wide receiver one. Or like basically a returner could have been your wide receiver two in our league, which oh my gosh. Because it all came down to yardage essentially, yardage and touchdowns is all that comes down to. It doesn't matter about catches or well, touches kind of, but touches are more for like running backs. But speaking of that, I think I'm gonna jump into our first topic, which is the college football playoff. Before we get into NFL playoffs, I want to jump into college. So like I mentioned before, I got fucking killed. Oregon was the only thing I got right. I thought Alabama was gonna keep it close. I literally thought it was gonna be like a touchdown game, like a touchdown difference. Nah, bro. I was sitting there on my couch, watching the Rose Bowl. It was raining, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, I mean, and it was fucking boring, dude. I was reading my comic, and my comic was more exciting than the fucking game. Oh man, what more can we say? I mean, even the Oregon game, like at halftime, it was still kind of a game. It was like 9-0, 10-0. Like it was still like, all right, like if Texas Tech is able to mount something of an offense, but nah, it just didn't come. Uh, Miami though, I think that's when I should have anticipated that something was going to go wrong because they were the last game, the first game of the playoff, and oh my gosh, dude, they put belt to ass to fucking to Ohio State in the Cowboys stadium. Michael Irvin was there going off on the sideline. Ray Lewis was there. They were smacking the fucking mannequin with a bell after. That shit was crazy. I mean, yeah, Miami's like I thought they were gonna get not killed, but I thought they were gonna lose by like 10. But they ended up winning by 10. The complete opposite of what I thought. And from what I saw is, I mean, Miami was just the way more aggressive team, way more upfront. I'll go through a quick summary of all four of these games from at least from what I saw. Miami was just more dominant team up front, and man, when they got that pick six on Ohio State, it was over. Like you could feel it. Like Ohio State was getting a little bit of a rhythm, kind of, but then I don't know what's up with their quarterback. He's not good. I don't know how much they're paying that guy. He could go in the portal if I were them. Like he could go. He's not good. He threw like the shittiest like bubble screen, which was like an easy pick for a fucking corner. Yeah, that was easy. Then took it to the house. Um, and yeah, dude. I mean, I forget. I mean, Carson Beck looks like fucking Sid, but he's a winner. He's won at Georgia, and he's almost my age and still playing fucking college football. It's crazy. But yeah, Miami. That'll be. Oh man. And speaking of crazy, Ole Miss and Georgia. Oh man, that was probably the game. I don't know what it is with the Sugar Bowl, but that game is always a shootout. Like I remember Alabama is always in that one. Like I don't know what it is. It's probably the Superdome. Like something about that Superdome. It just it gets everybody playing at their best or something. And then the defenses just fucking forget how to play. I don't know. But I mean, it started out. Ole Miss was leading early, but then I think Georgia returned a strip sack for a touchdown, which I think they were up like 20-12 at halftime, something like that. They were up, but man, dude, that Ole Miss quarterback, whoo, man, they have talent. They have talent at receiver, man. And Georgia, dude, they made it a game out of it, bro. Happy Wild Card Week. How's it going, Saha? Uh, Georgia, like I think they have a really good quarterback. I think um the best quarterbacks remaining would have been him, Ole Miss, Ohio State, and I guess Indiana, kind of. But yeah, man, hats off to Miami and Ole Miss. Those are big upsets, like really, really big. Um, like I mentioned, Miami win the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Jerry World, in front of Michael Irvin, and that's cool to see, man. Like you don't really see that often, especially. I think I saw that was like about a third of college players jumped into the portal, which is like it just shows that there's it's all money over loyalty. Which hey, you only have so many years of eligibility. Go get as much money as you can to play somewhere. Um, but like with Irvin, it shows that he cares more about the U than the star, than Dallas. Which I don't think you're gonna see that often anymore. It's just whoever paid you to play. Which hey, it's a pretty much turned into a semi-professional league. Which hey, you could see with the playoff, right? It's pretty much turned into that. And that's why I kind of I do like watching the college playoff because a lot of these players you're gonna see them in the pros eventually, at least the good ones. So so yeah, if you guys had the chance, dude, like fuck it, I think it was third and I think I bet Georgia too. It was like third and long, and Ole Miss just threw this beautiful fader out, and I'm like, dude, how as a like, and that's the thing about college, man. They make some dumb, like boneheaded mistakes. Like this corner playing press, and he let the fader out get behind him, and there was no safety help, and it's just like, dude, how on third and long? How does he get that? And then set him up perfectly for field goal range, and that was game. And then these two games are just blowouts, dude. Like Oregon, I thought they were gonna win, but like by 3, not 23. And then Indiana I thought would win by like 7, not 31. So I mean, hey, hats off to them. They're both good programs. No Alabama, no Georgia, no Ohio State. Wow. So if you guys didn't know, whoever wins the college championship has never won it before, except for Miami. They won it back in '01. So it's been like 24 years for them, 25 years for them. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of rooting that they don't win because of that. Sadly, even though if they win, I'd be, that's pretty cool. Like, so just jump right in against Ole Miss. Yeah, what can I say? I thought them losing Kiffin would have been a bigger deal than it was. I thought they would have lost players. I thought they were kind of just going to be out of it, but nah, they've turned that into a positive. They turned that distraction into reaction. They turned it into like, hey, like let's go and show everybody, like fuck everybody but Mississippi. And it's cool. Ole Miss has they've always been kind of like in a lesser tier, like in the SEC historically. But that just shows how different now it is with college, with the portal now, with paying the players. Like I mentioned, there's no Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. Now it's just is wide open for the is wide open for anybody. Um, so then jumping into Ole Miss and Miami, even though I'm rooting against Miami, I think they are gonna win. And not even rooting against them. I just kind of want to see someone get their first national title. But yeah, Miami, I just think they're too good up front. I think the quarterback is a little bit better, but I think Ole Miss has really good receivers. But their defense just leaves a lot to be had. And I just think right there is where Miami controls the line of scrimmage, especially with them being able to run the ball. And then we get to Oregon, Indiana, which I think is going to be a closer game than what both teams faced the previous round. But I'm going to have to give it to Indiana here. After seeing what they did, I think they're the best team right now, the best playing team right now, best coach team. Yeah, I think if it goes to overtime, that'd be cool. But yeah, in the end, I got Indiana against Miami. Damn, that's crazy. Such a flip of contrast of teams. And in that, I would just say Indiana of coaching and scheme and performance. And speaking of performance, ooh, well, we are all here to see the main topic of the day, the NFL playoffs. Starting this Saturday with the Rams and Panthers, which I think was a rematch. The Rams are trying to get revenge on what happened previously in the season, and I think they will. I think the last time Stafford played pretty bad. He threw 2 picks. I think this time they're going to run the ball a little bit more, control the game that way. It'll be lower scoring. I think it'll be a close game considering the Panthers are at home, but I think the Rams get it done. And then the night game on Saturday, which is the Rams going to cover. Okay. Packers and Bears. I'm rooting for the Packers because it's the Bears have the pregame, yeah. The Bears have the Dennis Allen defense, so I don't want them to do good because it's our old coach. kind of the same thing with Denver. It's like if they win, it's like what could have been with the Saints. You know what I mean? And I just think Dennis Allen is a better coordinator than he is a head coach. So give me the Bears. I mean, sorry, give me the Packers. I'm rooting for them, but I wouldn't bet on this one. I think it's gonna be really close, especially with the way Chicago's offense is playing, leaving a lot to be had lately. No, actually, their offense has been playing decent. It's their defense, but they get turnovers. That's what's kind of keeping them afloat lately. They've really been able to get to get after the ball. Whereas the Packers, I think I don't know what's up with Jacobs, and they're not able to run the ball. Injuries too. Their pass catchers. I don't know. Yeah, I would say Bears probably win, but I'm rooting for the Packers. Like if I had to pick, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm rooting for the pack. Definitely rooting for the pack. And then we get to the Sunday games, which are. Did I miss one? Oh no, that's how it is. Okay. The first one I believe is the Charger game. Yeah, I think it's the Charger game because I know the second one is the Bills game. Yeah, yeah. The first one's Charger game. I think the Chargers win. I mean the Patriots. Yeah. I'm rooting for the Chargers. Rooting for Chargers. Rooting for Farron. Rooting for the local LA team. Rooting for Herbert. You know Harbaugh. I like the team. But it's just the fact that them going on the road in the cold, LA to to the fucking uh to Boston. I just think, yeah, and the way New England's playing, their defense is playing so good. Drake May is playing at an MVP level. Yeah, I just think Patriots, but rooting for the Chargers. Let's go, Farron. We're rooting for that. We are rooting for that. Um, Buffalo, Jacksonville. There we go. That's the 1 o'clock game. I'm I got Jags in that one. I think Buffalo. Um, their defense just leaves a lot to be had. If they're not able to run the ball with James Cook, they're kind of over reliant on Josh Allen to be Superman for them. And like I said, they don't really have like a number one receiver, similar to the Packers, where they could just hey, go run any route and get this ball. I just don't think they have that. I think they're really too over reliant on the run. Well, not over reliant on the run. They rely on the run to set up the rest of their offense. And yeah, I just think the Jags right now, the way they're playing, they're able to run the ball. Trevor Lawrence is playing the best ball of his career. Their defense is playing great. They're at home. Ugh. Yeah, give me the Jags. Give me the Jags. I'm rooting for Bills though. I mean, both. I like both teams. I like Josh Allen. I like both teams. So, and then the night game. Sadly, I got Fly Eagles Fly. I mean, they kind of have the Niners number. Eagles at home. I don't think the Niners have a very good defense. Their offense is okay, but the way Seattle handled them last game, I think is gonna be something similar to that. I think Purdy could play a little bit better this time around, but uh, I don't know. I feel like once that Philly front gets going, and they're able to run the ball with Saquon and Jalen Hurts, gets those get those balls to AJ Brown and Goddard and Smith. I don't know. It should be. I don't know. It depends how the Eagles defense shows up because I'm not expecting much from the Niners defense, but the Eagles D hasn't been the same this season. So it could be a bit of a bit of a high scoring affair, or I don't know. I just see the Eagles. Sadly. Oh, and then the Monday night game, I got the Texans. If the Steelers pull this one out of their ass, fuck man, hats off to them. Night game in Pittsburgh is going to be cold. Houston is a dome team, but I think they have the best defense in the league. Them in Seattle, and they're able to run the ball lately. Their all lines playing better. Stroud, good receivers. Collins, I think no, that's tight end. Yeah, I got that. in which case would be Denver, Jacksonville. In which case, I think I have the Jags in that rematch because I just don't trust Denver's offense. Their defense is very good, but if they're not able to score over 21 and be ahead, I just don't think they win. And then it would be New England, Houston, in which case I would have New England. Um, Similar reasons, better defense at home in the cold. In which case it would be the Jags against the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Oh man, I'd be rooting for the Jags. I'll be rooting for the Jags. I know that. And on the other side, it would be Rams, Seattle. In which case, I think the Rams will win that, considering how both times they played, the Rams were up. It would be Bears, Philly. I would have Philly, and then so it would be Rams, Philly. In which case, I guess I would root for the Rams in that situation. So it'd be Rams against the Jags. In which case, I root for the Jags. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Jags. But we'll worry about that next week as it goes on. As it goes on. But what unfortunately is not going on is Tyler Shuck's rookie season. You got Rams Bills Super Bowl. I guess as of now, I got Rams Jags. So I'm halfway there with you. If I was to picking it like as of right now. But yeah, Tyler Shuck, what could have been? He did not play, I believe, the first. Ooh, let me see. I think the first like 7 or 8 games, I believe. Because yeah, first 8 games, he played a little bit. Um, the world will love Rams Bills. Yeah, in a way, yeah. Two like elite quarterbacks, good offenses, yeah. But I just don't think the defenses are there for the Bills. The Rams, I think, are good enough. The Rams, I think, are good enough to get there. I think it's going to be between the Rams, Eagles, Patriots, Broncos, or Jags. One of those. One of those five. But speaking of Shuck, like I said, he didn't play the first like 8 games. Unfortunately, he got outplayed by Rattler in the preseason. I kind of knew this was going to happen. I knew the Saints would start off bad. I didn't think they would start off 1-7 bad, but I kind of wish they would have started off like like 3-4. That would have been a little better. 4-3 would have been full. That would have been I would have been fucked, dude. I would have been so excited at 4-3, but it just wasn't the case this year. They lost a lot of close games early on. It is the way it's tough to win games in this league, but we started Shuck, and hey, I was there. I went to the first game. I was there. I went to that Rams game where he started. He played in the Bucks game, but he didn't start. Um, by that point, the season was just done. Rattler was done. But that Rams game, he barely fucking played. I think the Saints had like 15 minutes of ball possession, and yeah, we kind of just got ran out of the stadium. But after that, man, he went on a nice little run. They beat the Panthers. Uh, you know, got in pretty close games against the Dolphins. The Falcons was tough one there, but went on a 4 game winning streak against the Bucks, the Panthers, the Jets, the Titans. Two of them division wins, big division wins. Had multiple touchdown games against the Panthers, uh, and the Titans and the Dolphins. So I mean, shit, man. Like, what can I say about this guy? At first, I wasn't happy with the pick. You can even go back and look at it. I thought they could have gotten him like in the fourth or fifth round. I thought they could have gotten like an O lineman or something, another receiver in the second round. I think. But hey, I mean, this is why I don't get paid to scout. This is why they do. They saw a guy 6'5". He's basically being described as like a light version of Josh Allen. He's 26. He's been around the game for a long time. He started like in 3 different schools. He's had, I think, I want to say like 40 career, almost 50 career starts in college. So hey, what can I say? I think we got a real one. I think we got one. I think we got a guy that can be built around. I think he's a guy that elevates players, which is something you really need. And I like his mobility. I like how, because we don't have a very good O line, we need a guy who can able to escape the pocket and make something happen, either with his legs or find an open receiver. And I like how able to elevate Olave and Juwan Johnson, and even guys that aren't even name players. Like this past weekend, he scored with Ronnie Bell and like just guys, security guards, fucking accountants, just guys off the street. But then compared to Derek Carr and Rattler, no offense, they'll get the ball to Olave and Juwan Johnson, but it'll be like 5 catches for like 40 yards. It won't be anything meaningful. It'll just be a bunch of empty stats, empty yards, like no first downs. And what I like about Shuck is he'll go for it. Like he'll dive for that first down. He'll heave it on fourth and long. He's like, fuck it, dude, let's just go for it. And that's what I like about him. I think with that too, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks next year, and 5 of them being in the first 4 rounds. I think next year is where the Saints can really start competing for the division, especially because this year, the way the South went, they were only 2 games away. So I feel like with the talent that they can come in through the draft, as well as picking up through free agency, I think they can be in a good position next year. Beef up the O line to get some more protection. Gonna need to get another big body receiver, as well as another running back. Shore up the front on defense. Get some more depth on the linebackers, especially at corner. They need a number 1 corner. But yeah, I like our defensive line. I like a little bit of our offense, a little bit. There's a foundation there that they can be built upon. Here I am. I'm back. Sorry about that. That's how I felt about Jordan Love, bro. At first, I didn't like it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think with Love, that was a little bit different because Rodgers was still there, so I could see why he didn't like it. And their need at the time wasn't quarterback; it was more like receiver, defense, like something else. So I totally understand that. But I think with Shuck, it was more like at where the Saints picked him at and in his circumstance, because he was 26. He's had a injury history, and that's what I'm scared of now. That if he takes a big hit next year and he's hurt, and it's like fuck. Well, there goes everything they built up to this point. But they still have Rattler, so hopefully he stays afloat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Shuck. Definitely looking forward to him. Alrighty. And going into our last topic of the day, gonna be a little bit of a short one because of that. Stay tuned. I wanted to go through what I'm looking forward to this year in terms of movies. You know how it is. This is a big year for films. I haven't been since Avatar, so I want to see more or less when I'm going to go back to the theaters. Before we don't get a chance to go to anymore, because I don't know what it is, man. It doesn't feel like we're gonna see theaters alive anymore, especially with Netflix buying Warner Brothers, Amazon buying MGM, Disney buying Fox. We're just seeing less and less theaters. And who you think Bills pull off Jags? Oh boy, Steven. I like Jags. And it's all good if you're late. You can always go back in the replay and rewatch it. If anything, times 2, and you can catch up. But yeah, if anything, from I got like I was telling Seha, I think right now in the Super Bowl I have Jags Rams. How about one last ride, Steven? Here we go. So let me know if any of these sound good to you. Greenland 2 and Primate. I'm straight. I heard the Greenland 1 is okay. I think it's on I think Max. I don't know. They kind of reminded me of like Day After Tomorrow and Primate. I don't know. I gotta look more into it. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I saw the last one and I didn't like how it ended. I really like it kind of took me out of it. Did you guys see 28 years later? Mid? If they don't do it now, they need a coaching change. Yeah. I just don't think the D is gonna do. Yeah. I think they do Josh Allen. Charlie the Wonder Dog. Hmm. This what the fuck? That's interesting. I never heard of this. Clicka. H is for Hawk. This is like a bunch of indie films. Mercy. I've heard of this one. This is a yeah, Chris Pratt. I've seen some trailers for this. It's like a futuristic action film. Very odd. Return to Silent Hill. Testament of Anne Lee. Damn, January is really like a graveyard for films, aren't they? Let me see. Shelter and World Breaker. I don't see anything here that looks interesting. I like 28 years later, but yeah, it's a tonal shift. Yeah, 28 Days is the best one. I agree, Seha. In 28 years, there's a lot of cock. You see a lot of cock. Silent Hill has potential as a movie series. Yeah, dude. I don't know what it is. Like this is the one where I'm like, huh. This is the one January movie where it looks somewhat interesting. Whatever. Let's move to February. Another Dracula movie. Okay. Scarlet anime. Gotta look into this. Solo Meal. Okay. Gotta look into this. Kevin James. The Strangers Part 3. I heard these low key suck. I heard the first one was good of The Strangers. I'm a sucker for those vampire film. Whistle. Let me see. Cold Storage, Broken Bird, Crime 101, Goat. I think I saw like a poster for this. It's like a Go basketball. Good luck, have fun, don't die. This sounds like an interesting trailer, like a name. Wuthering Heights. I think I saw a thing for this. Sinners and Nosferatu were top tier. How to Make a Killing. I Can Only Imagine 2. Psycho Killer. Elvis Presley in concert, and Scream 7 for February. I think the one here that looks somewhat interesting to me is like really none of them. I guess Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die if I had to pick one, but I don't even just because of the name. When does Primate come out? I think on tomorrow, Saturday, Friday, yeah, Friday, Friday. Let's see here. We get into March. The Bride, Pixar's Hoppers. Okay, an original by Pixar. The Breadwinner, Reminders of Him, Undertone, Billie Eilish concert, Project Hail Mary. I think I saw a thing for this. The Pout Pout Fish, Ready or Not 2. I like the first one. It was pretty fun. They Will Kill You. Jeez. I don't know. March is a little weak as well. It's not looking too hot. Let's jump into April. Ah, here we go. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. That's what I'm excited for. Super Mario Galaxy movie in April. That's probably gonna be the next time I go to the theater. Then that's probably the next one I like. Oh, here we go. This one's for Ronnie right here. Michael Jackson for Ronnie. The buyer has potential. I'll look into it. I heard some stuff about it. Looks pretty cool. Where is the bride? I'll look into this one. Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta look into this. Maggie Gyllenhaal. Mm-hmm. That one for Ronnie and Michael. Ooh, here we go. Okay. Animal Farm, Devil Wars Part 2, Hokum, Mortal Kombat 2. I will definitely be seeing that. I will definitely be seeing that. I liked the first one. Definitely interested to see where they go with the second one. Now with introducing more of the characters. Let me see. Sheep Detective is Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh boy. Mando and Grogu. Straight to streaming? How do I feel about Carl Urban as Johnny Cage? I like it for what they're like going for, like an older '90s washed up action star. It's kind of like what they're going for. At least is what the trailer is showing. That's pretty cool. I like it more than what they showed with Mandalorian and Grogu. That's for sure. I think Mandalorian looks like a straight to stream. Yeah, like Disney Plus, exactly. Like how I'm gonna do with Tron Ares right now. Oh man. Okay, here we go. I'm actually interested in this one, dude. I want to see what they do with Masters of 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 the Universe. I want to see what they do. He-Man. I want to see if they fuck that up, bro. I'll be really sad because my dad really likes that show when he was a kid. Let me see. Okay, a new Alien movie from Spielberg, like an extraterrestrial type of thing. Not ET, but like you know what I mean, like outer space type shit, like UFOs. Neil Spielberg movie. Scary Movie 6. Girls Like Girls. Interesting. Toy Story 5 and Supergirl. Oh wow, June. Check this out. Masters of the Universe, Spielberg, Scary Movie 6, Toy Story 5, and Supergirl. That's a big month. That is a big month for June. We got Spielberg too. Damn. May, June is going to be good. How about July? Minions 3. Jeez. Damn, bro. July might have to get a pass for the movies. I might be going every other week. Let me see. Shiver, Young Washington. Interesting. The the Moana live action. Jeez. Oh my gosh. AMC Pass, Rudy. AMC Pass for Nicole Kidman. The AMC Queen, Nicole Kidman. Dude, look at this. July is fucking lit, dude. The Odyssey, fucking Evil Dead, Spider-Man. What the fuck? Bro, Spider-Man 4 and the Odyssey come out like back to back. Oh, 2 weeks away. That's crazy. Dude, May to July looks lit. Cinemark BYOB popcorn bucket. Oh my god. I gotta take the Dune popcorn bucket. Oh man. Okay, let's go. Dude, July looks amazing. This looks good. Spider-Man and Nolan. I might go twice for each. Okay, Once Upon a Time in Cinema, Super Troopers 3. Here you go. Right here this is for you. For you, Steven. Paw Patrol 3. That one's for you, Steven. Paw Patrol 3. Got them right here. The Dino movie. Damn, what? They're fighting dinosaurs now? I thought these are like service, service animal dogs, like service animals. I'd rather take her to that than Moana. Oh man. Okay, I'm seeing Mutiny, Thread, Coyote versus Acme. Let's go. It's coming out in the theaters. Let's go. Okay, so August is a little bit of a rewatch, except for Paw Patrol. That'll be a big one. Cinema Summer. How to Rob a Bank in September. Clayface. Now we're going. Practical Magic 2. I think a new Resident Evil. Yeah, a new Resident Evil. Interesting. Another one? Dude, that franchise. If only they've gotten it right. You know what I mean? If only they could have gotten it right. They're re-releasing Endgame. Oh, well, that makes sense for the new one. Okay, new Inaratu, Social Reckoning, Street Fighter in October, the day after my birthday. Fuck it, I might go watch it. Yep, another Resident Evil reboot coming out in September, just in time for that like Halloween spooky season, like at the end of September. Hey, I mean, yeah. And then they got Street Fighter coming out in mid-October. Not a bad way to end the fall. A re-release of V for Vendetta, Archangel. Okay, I gotta look more into that. Another Doctor's kind of Hat, another Christmas Carol, Scrooge, and then new Hunger Games. Now we're talking. I heard this one's really good too. It's based off of the Haymitch games, the ones with Woody Harrelson, his character. And I heard they're like one of the craziest ones. They're like they use like gas attacks on the fucking on the kid. Like yeah, like they're gonna show why he like became an alcoholic afterwards. Basically, like why he like lost all hope for everyone. I think because he was the only other um District 12 winner outside of Katniss. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. I think they show a young Snow in it too, kind of like how they did in the other film. Oh, here we go. This is for you, Steven. November, Narnia, the Greta Gerwig edition of Narnia. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see. Another Meet the Fockers. Damn, another Focker. Ooh, dude, look at December. Violent Night 2, Jumanji 3. Damn, Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday and Dune, Angry Birds 3 and the werewolf movie, the fucking what's the fucking name? Robert Eggers, dude. We have Doomsday and Robert Eggers in December. Fuck, dude. We're cooking. We're cooking right now, dude. So it looks like May to July and that December, like end of November to December is that like sweet spot this year. I like it. I like it. But all right, boys. Unfortunately, I'm about to end it there at this time. I'll probably do another one this week because there's so much to discuss. I just got some stuff to do right now. But definitely keep on the lookout. Thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the watch, and I'll catch you guys next time on the Everybody the Mom podcast. You already know the podcast Everybody the Mom is fucking listening to, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys again. Peace.